everyone, so today I'm going to show you how to make a roasted garlic flavour vegan cheese alternative. So what we need for this recipe is 70 grams of dried red lentils, 1 whole bulb of garlic, 200 millilitres of oat milk, 200 millilitres of boiling water, a quarter teaspoon of smoked paprika, half a teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, and half a teaspoon of olive oil. So I've just used a knife to carefully slice the top off of this bulb of garlic to expose all of those individual cloves, and on top of that I'm going to pour my olive oil, and then we're going to cover that with a small piece of foil and pop it in the oven at 200 degrees, gas mark 6, for about 30 to 40 minutes. Just going to cover that up so it doesn't burn. Then I'm just going to pop it on a baking tray and into the oven. Whilst that cooks, I'm going to rinse my red lentils. I'll pop them into my sieve and just give them a good rinse under running water. Now that they're rinsed, I'm going to pop them into this jug and add the hot water to them so that they can soak while the garlic cooks. So I'm just going to leave that now for around 30 minutes. My lentils are soaking and my garlic is roasting. When your garlic has finished roasting, it should look something like this. Once your garlic has cooled down, you can squeeze each of the cloves from out of their skins and they'll look something like this. The next thing I'm going to do is drain the hot water from my lentils. I'm going to pour it into my sieve. Now we're ready to add all of our ingredients to our blender. Start with these lentils, our oat milk, the paprika, the salt, the nutritional yeast, and finally that lovely roasted garlic. We're going to blend this for a minute or so. We need it to be really well blended. Now that that's blended, I've popped my saucepan onto a medium heat and I'm just going to add that mixture into the pan. This needs to be stirred continuously for the next 3 or 4 minutes. It will thicken quite quickly. We want it to be really thick and smooth, so we want to keep stirring it so it doesn't form any lumps. As you can see, it's really starting to thicken up now after only 3 or 4 minutes of stirring. I'm just going to keep stirring and cooking this until it's really thick. Once your mixture looks something like this, it's ready to pop into a small bowl, or I've got this little plastic tub here to set. I'm just going to use my spoon to scoop it into this little tub. This will take about 15 minutes to set, and once it has set, you can carefully remove it from its bowl or tub and pop it into an oven-proof dish. Now that this has set, I'm going to pop it into the oven at 200 degrees, gas mark 6, for around 15 minutes. This is just to make sure that the lentils are really well cooked. When it's finished baking, it will look something like this. I'm going to let it cool down now, and once it's cool, I'm going to pop it in the fridge overnight and it'll be ready to eat tomorrow. So this is our finished cheese alternative block this morning, and I'm just going to show you 4 ways that you can enjoy this. The first thing that we can do is we can just slice it into thin slices and just enjoy that like regular cheese on crackers or with chutney. Okay, so the second way we can use our cheese is by just grating it. It grates pretty well. And then you can just enjoy that on pasta or over a salad or on a jacket potato, however you would enjoy cheese, really. The next way to enjoy this is just by cutting it into slices and then into little cubes that sort of resemble feta cheese. And then we are just going to pop it into a little brine mixture overnight in the fridge. Into a clean pot, I'm going to put half a cup of warm water. This is just to help the other things dissolve. A tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of sugar. I'm going to mix that up until it dissolves. Once that's dissolved, we're going to pop our cubes in there and just leave that in the fridge overnight or for about 24 hours until it's taken up all the flavour of that lovely liquid. So the last way that I'm going to prepare my vegan cheese alternative is fried. I'm just heating up a teaspoon of oil in this pan, and now that it's hot, I'm going to pop my slices in and just fry them until they're golden, and then I'll flip them. I'm just going to turn them over now. And let them cook on the other side. Now that they're cooked, you can serve them any way that you would have halloumi usually. You can put them on a salad or with pasta, you could put them in a sandwich or just eat them with a dip. So there are my 4 ways to eat this vegan roasted garlic alternative to cheese. I hope you enjoyed this recipe and have a go at making it for yourselves.